Independence was an economic disaster for Singapore. For 100 years, its economy had been intertwined with that of Malaya. Industrial commodities like rubber and tin were produced on the Malayan mainland and then transported to Singapore to be traded around the world. But in 1965, the link with Malaya was cut, and Singapore was on its own. It had no industries, very few factories, and a growing unemployment problem. To make matters worse, the British were planning to pull out all the troops they still had on the island and close their military base, which was the largest employer in Singapore and generated a sixth of the country's wealth.
Some 50,000 direct employees will be out of jobs. And if you take the multiplier, you know, the British forces here buying goods from the provision shops and dry cleaners, bars, hiring maids, etc. We were in a pickle. Lo and behold, we were helped by the Chinese Cultural Revolution.
As so often in Singapore's history, events beyond its shores played a decisive role. The outburst of revolutionary fever in China scared off Western companies from investing in Hong Kong and Taiwan. Instead, they turned to Singapore. In the late 60s, the first Western electronics companies set up basic assembly lines in Singapore. In the 70s, they were producing circuit boards and silicon chips. By the 80s, Singapore was one of the leading centers in Asia for the production of consumer electronics.